Hey everyone, if you are new to my page, my name is Madeline and I am an LPC licensed professional counselor in Oklahoma who is passionate about bringing hope and healing to people's lives. As mentioned earlier this month in one of my previous videos, I am in a series on making biblical principles more practical, specifically pertaining to mental health. So today I want to talk about the concept of counting it all joy. So let me read James chapter 1 verses 2 through 4. It says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and let the steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing." After becoming a counselor, reading this verse hits differently. I've been able to see this verse in my own life and say, oh yeah, like I can count my trials as all joy. I think I can see that the Lord is working things for my good. But sitting in a counseling office, you hear so many stories, and I remember thinking, God, how am I supposed to believe this when I have people sitting on my couch who have lost children, who have lost spouses, who have been abused, who have been through unimaginable traumas? How am I supposed to use this? How am I supposed to believe this? How am I supposed to consider it all joy myself, much less encourage people that I'm seeing in my office to count it all joy? I couldn't imagine finding joy in some of these things. How am I supposed to bring hope to people in this way? And recently I met with a client who I've seen for quite a while now, and she has walked through some of those unimaginable things that I just mentioned. And with that, she is kind of on the other side of it now. And so in her last session, I just said, what brought you through? What brought you through that? And she told me that there was something that I said in one of our sessions, and she said that I encouraged her that joy and sorrow could exist at the same time, and that with that, I encouraged her to look for pockets of joy in the midst of her sorrow, to acknowledge her sorrow, experience her sorrow, feel the emotions, but also to seek the pockets of joy. And with that, I was honestly kind of surprised. I was like, what in the world? I would have never thought that was the thing that pulled you through. Because I know she wouldn't go back and choose any of these trials. I don't think any of us would really choose any of the trials we walk through in life, but it is so important to seek pockets of joy in the middle of sorrow, because in that we can see the hope and the light of Christ, which allows us to even count the sorrow as joy in the midst of pain, because we can see that there is light, hope, and ultimately perfection on the other side. So I hope this video is useful for you today. If you know someone in the middle of a sorrowful season, I encourage you to send this message to them. Joy and sorrow can coexist, but there are pockets of joy that are a blessing from God. And those pockets help us count our sorrows as joy as well, because we can remind ourselves and each other of the hope that we are being made whole, even in the midst of the hardest seasons. Again, I hope this video is beneficial, and I hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed rest of your week.